Most people, they live their life thinking it will be a sudden moment that changes everything. A job offer, a winning lottery ticket, a miracle. But let me tell you something true. Not just something that sounds good, but something I've watched unfold for a lifetime. Your life doesn't change with noise. It changes with a quiet, invisible decision that no one sees but you. It won't feel dramatic. There won't be music swelling in the background, but in that moment, something shifts inside you. And that shift, it alters your future. You may not feel it now, but years later, maybe when you're sitting alone thinking about who you've become, you'll realize it all started when I finally decided. So today, I ask you to do something rare in this world. Not scroll, not analyze, not even agree, but decide. Because this one decision, the one I'm about to walk you through, will shape the rest of your life. And you'll either walk out of this video empowered, or you'll keep waiting for life to hand you what you haven't chosen yet. Part 1. Your life is not shaped by what you want. It's shaped by what you tolerate. Let's get real for a second. Everyone wants something: success, health, happiness, love, respect. But here's the hard truth. Your life isn't built by your desires. It's built by your standards. What you tolerate. You say you want peace, but you tolerate chaos. You say you want discipline, but you tolerate laziness and distraction. You say you want to grow, but you tolerate people, habits, and environments that keep you stuck. And until that changes, nothing else will. Not because you're not capable, but because you keep silently allowing what's quietly destroying you. You see, the most powerful decision isn't saying yes to something new. It's saying no to what no longer fits the person you're becoming. I will no longer tolerate being the version of me who breaks promises to myself. I will no longer tolerate disrespect, even if I'm the one giving it to myself. I will no longer tolerate living small when something inside me is screaming to expand. The second you raise your standard, and I mean really raise it, everything around you starts to shift, because the world responds to your energy, and your energy responds to your boundaries. If you want a better life, don't wish for it. Decide what you'll no longer settle for, and then act like you mean it. Part 2. Most people stay stuck not because they don't know what to do, but because they never decide who to become. We live in a world drowning in information. There are more books, podcasts, videos, and strategies than ever before. You can learn how to build a business, fix your sleep, heal trauma, all for free. But here's the funny part. People still feel stuck, still feel lost, still feel behind. And you know why? Because information never changed anyone's life. Identity does. The reason you haven't changed yet isn't because you're lazy. It's because, deep down, you haven't decided to become someone new. You're still trying to grow while clinging to the identity of who you've been. The person who gives up. The person who starts over every Monday. The person who keeps saying, I'll start when I'm ready. But there's a moment, and maybe this is yours, where you finally realize, I can't stay this version of myself and still expect a different life. That realization, that's the crack in the wall. That's where the light comes in. Because once you decide to become someone else, someone stronger, wiser, bolder, everything changes. You stop needing permission. You stop fearing judgment. You stop negotiating with excuses. You become someone else, not because the world told you to, but because you chose to. Part 3. The longer you delay this choice, the heavier your life becomes. Let's talk about weight, not the kind on your body, the kind on your soul. Have you ever felt tired, even after 10 hours of sleep? Ever felt drained, even when nothing happened that day? That's the cost of undecidedness. That's the weight of living out of alignment with what you know you're meant for. Every time you say yes when you mean no, every time you stay when you should go, every time you scroll instead of start, you add a little more weight, not physical, but emotional, and eventually it gets heavy enough to bury your potential. So let me ask you this. What decision have you been avoiding that's costing you your peace? You already know what it is. That's why you feel uneasy. But here's the miracle. You don't have to figure out all the steps. You just have to decide. This is who I'm becoming. This is what I will no longer carry. This is the direction I'm choosing, no matter how afraid I feel. And the moment you do that, your mind starts clearing. Your body feels lighter. The universe starts moving around you like it's been waiting for you to finally stand up. Because it has. Part 4. You are one decision away from a life that feels like you. Let me tell you something I've learned in 70-plus years of watching people. It's not the loud, confident ones who build the most powerful lives. It's the quiet ones, the ones who suffer in silence, the ones who no one notices at first, the ones who one day make a quiet decision that the world doesn't see coming. They say, I'm done living out of habit. I'm done following fear. I'm done pretending I don't feel the fire inside me. They don't know exactly how it will work. They don't have a 5-year plan. They're scared, unsure, shaky, but they move anyway. And slowly, life opens. Not because they became perfect, but because they finally became aligned. Aligned with truth, with values, with vision. And that alignment, that's what makes a person undeniable. You don't need to burn your life down today. You don't need to fix everything in 1 week. You just need to decide. Who do I want to be from this moment forward? What story am I done telling myself? What weight am I ready to drop forever? Because the moment you make that decision, the life you're meant to live starts making its way back to you. In the end, your life will be the story of what you chose and what you didn't. Let me leave you with one last truth. You are not waiting on life. Life is waiting on you. Your future is not somewhere out there. It's built right now, in this moment, in this choice, in this decision. You don't need another podcast. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to know how. You just need to choose. I'm done living beneath who I was created to be. And then you act like you mean it. Not perfectly, but consistently. Because 5 years from now, your life will reflect what you decided here today. So ask yourself, what did I choose to become? Or worse, what did I let pass me by because I was too scared to choose? This one decision will echo in every relationship, in every goal, in every quiet moment where you ask yourself who you really are. Make it now. Make it from your soul. And your future self will stand tall and say, that was the day everything began.